guys? I'm Mike P, and I quit my 9-to-5 job to get into real estate. And it wasn't easy. It took a lot of time. It took a lot of effort, but I was really adamant about not working for somebody else. And I just really had to put all the pieces together. And it just took time. And it's going to take you time. And I don't want you to think it's going to be just a day and you're going to have it all figured out. But if you just keep working and keep pushing hard, keep YouTubing, keep doing whatever you got to do, keep the same energy every day and keep just pushing along, you can do anything. I quit my job because I know that working for somebody else ain't the way to go, and it paid off in dividends. I mean, 1,000,000 times over, literally. So it just took time. It took preservation rather. And you just got to really dig in and be a dog about it. You got to be really adamant about it, because most people are trained to work a 9-to-5 every day, and just be an employee. They're not trained to be a boss. They're not trained to be an entrepreneur. So we as people in America, period, or in the world, period, we have to train ourselves with a different education. And that's why I started my channel just recently. So make sure you guys subscribe, reach out to me, because I'm trying to get monetized on YouTube too, right? I'm trying to get all my ducks in order. But I'm just starting off this channel, just letting people know you can quit your 9-to-5 job. It can be done. I came from the street. I didn't have any money, nothing. I didn't even graduate high school. So it ain't like you need, some type of crazy education nowadays or anything. You can just, at this point in time, you can just open your phone up, and start talking, really. And see what happens from there. But you can't do it one day a week and think you're going to get some traction. But that goes with anything in life, right? You want to quit your 9-to-5 job. Well, you was going to 9-to-5 job, 6-7 days a week. And now all of a sudden you want to go and do something else one day a week. Well, why would you work harder for somebody else than you would yourself? That's something you really got to think about. Why would I work harder for somebody else than myself? I would work harder for myself, because it's myself, and I'm putting all I got into everything I do every day. I've been fortunate enough to, when I quit my 9-to-5 job, I was able to transition into real estate, but I had it all set up. I was able to set it up because I saved money in the meantime, right? I didn't just do it out of a spirit of the moment type of thing. I did it to where I don't need anything, period, from anybody. So I can make sure I can survive long enough to go out and be an entrepreneur, because entrepreneurs don't get paid paychecks, guys. We just make whatever we make. It depending on, in my personal, situation, it just depends on what I make as far as my properties go. I buy real estate now. So it took me a while to get out of my 9-to-5. I mean, I worked a 9-to-5 for 10 years straight. I mean, easy. I mean, we was working every Saturday. I mean, every Sunday. I mean, it was like 12-hour days. I mean, it's like fucking slave camp. I mean, and the money you're getting, they're like, oh yeah, it's making $25, $30 an hour or whatever. But by the time taxes tax that shit, it ain't worth nothing. And then you talk about like the people who work there and the peace of mind. It's like a lot of those people aren't good people, honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, they're getting hit upside the head and cracked with a whip from their boss. So they got to come down to you and give it to your boss, and give it to you rather, So it's just a trickle down effect of people being mad at other people because they're getting ready to lose their job, or they got to, put pressure on other people on every day at work to keep their job, because they got kids at home. I understand that they got to feed. So they come after, it's just a big line of people just being mad at each other, or dogging each other down, or just trying to crack the whip on people and make them work harder than, they're coming up with rates and stuff like that, how much time you got to do something. And it's unbelievable. It's not even possible. The machine couldn't even do it that fast if you could run it that fast. But they still come up with stuff every day to, fuck you up somehow. And there's only so much of that shit I'm gonna take. I'm a natural entrepreneur at the heart. So once I got into the work field and was getting bossed around, I don't like that shit. Like, I'm not here on this planet to call another man or woman boss. I am the boss, and once you get that shit figured out in your life and in your head, you'll understand that it's not even about the money gain all the time either. It's about, again, that peace of mind and understanding, like, you can't fire me now, okay? I quit my 9-to-5 and you can't fire me now. So what can I say? I made it happen, but I had to go downward, because the day I quit my job wasn't the same day that I started making more money. You see, I had some money saved up, but you had to, look, I didn't have a paycheck coming next week, right? I didn't have a paycheck coming the next week and the next week. So what I had to do was strap my boots up and take a little hit so I could start gaining momentum later, start getting educated on YouTube, finding guys like myself and getting free information and saying, man, how'd you do it, right? I'm asking questions every day. I'm taking on challenges. I'm signing up for shit, right? Because I want to know, how in the fuck do I get to the next level? Well, I got to find people like myself now, but in the situation I'm in now, but I had to find people like myself to coordinate with and say, hey man, how you doing this real estate thing, right? How you doing these side hustle things, right? Because I had to have 2 or 3 side hustles. I was outside of a grocery store, with a grill at some point in time in my life. So I know what it's like to be flat dead broke, have no money, be locked up, be fucked up, and all that. I've been through every cycle in life. It's nothing I've never seen or not done damn near, right? I've been in environments with people that you wouldn't even believe. You wouldn't be around, or you probably couldn't hang around because they might off you. I'm talking about straight up street killers. So I'm not going to even lie to you. I've been around certain situations that most people just would never have to encounter. In their life, even being poor, they wouldn't have to encounter that because they wouldn't have to grow up around them type of people, but we did, and I can't change that. And I couldn't position myself as a teen growing up about where I lived at or what I did or who I hung around with. That's just who the fuck was in the community. You know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of street guys, so it's nothing that I feel ashamed about or mad about or anything else. Just life is life. You know what I'm saying? Shit just throws you shit as it goes, as it comes to you. So you just gotta be a dog out here, man, and you really gotta have the confidence to be able to take the risks, because if you don't take risks, then you can just you can forget about it, because it's going to be the biggest risk you're taking right now is working that 9-to-5 job every day. You have to understand that job is a risk, because all they have to do is come and say, hey, we like you, but we're laying off today, right? Because lack of work, right? You ever heard of that before at work, at any of the jobs you've ever worked? See, this shit starting to resonate to you now. You understand? It ain't always got to be your fault, right? It's just the name of the game. So when you're actually running the show, you don't have to worry about, people telling you what to do and all this stressful mind shit. It's a mind game they're playing with you, really, and their boss is playing with them, and their boss is playing with them. It just, the ladder just keeps climbing up, 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 up. So I quit my 9-to-5, and I just had to do what I had to do. That's just it's just part of the game. You got to go backwards a little bit in life to go forward. You got to take the risk, so if you're watching this, you got to put your heart in the game. You got to ask questions. You got to comment. You got to subscribe here. You got to I'm from the ground up. You can go look at my subscribers right now. They're probably not, if you haven't seen this is October 17th, 2024. And if you've seen this within a year, I don't got that many subscribers, probably hardly any at all. I don't care, because I'm just going to keep doing what I do and keep putting it together. I'm going to show you guys my real estate properties. I'm going to show you guys how I came up from the very beginning, and I'm just going to keep putting it together every day. But again, you can't go out here and say you don't want to work a 9-to-5, but then when it's time to be an entrepreneur, you ain't doing nothing either. So you telling me you just don't want to do nothing at all? Well, then you ain't going to get nothing at all. It's just that simple. Nowadays, it's just about picking up your phone and shooting a shot, You pick up your phone and let YouTube do the rest for you, right? They gonna see you. They'll see you. It's up to the algorithm after that, right? You just got to do what you do. Just keep putting it together. If you don't do nothing, there is no algorithm. There is no nothing for you, okay? You guys keep this shit in mind. I'm not going to go on and on today, but I'm going to keep dropping shit every day for you. Every day, all the time, and let y'all inspire y'all and let y'all know I came from nothing too. I was at ground zero too. So, and even with this YouTube shit, right? I'm at ground zero right now. Anything you start in life, you'll be at ground zero to start. You know what I'm saying? That's just the name of the game. Think about it. Let's be honest. So, hey, you guys make sure you subscribe, tap below, help a brother out, and keep on doing what you do. And if you ain't doing nothing, then start doing something. All right? Later.